engineer.
Who authorized him to do a report?
I asked him to give me a report of the plant as sewer liaison. You don't go to any of the meetings, Don. And I'm sorry, I changed my schedule. I changed my schedule to fit in with the township schedule. I think maybe you could do the same thing. If you can't make it, you have to make it sometime.
I see my grandson very, very few. And if I asked Jeff to reschedule a meeting, Jeff should have gave me the professional courtesy, since I am the liaison, to attend.
You didn't ask anything. You demanded it. No. And who are you to demand? You're one.
I want it changed because I have concerns in regard. Yes, I am one. I'm a liaison, okay?
So am I.
We've never had two liaisons, and we only did it because certain individuals here wanted to make sure things were covered. All right, so let's not go
Whoa. I was sewer liaison before you got on, so let's keep that straight.
That's true. No, you weren't. It was appointed in January. What I'm looking for is accountability, Jeff. And what had happened here is totally irresponsible. And if my colleagues are going to sit here and condone and allow this to be covered up in the way it was covered up, it's wrong.
I'm sorry, I resent that. There was no cover-up.
I don't care what you resent. The facts speak for themselves.
Here's the bill. $9,659.
So you're telling me
Not
it's
over
okay to go out. That's why I asked for $5,000 to make it the limit. That's why I asked for $5,000. Anything that has to go over $5,000 should go out for bid so we all know what's going on. So one individual can't go out and purchase things on their own. All right, and the other thing that bothers me is the fact that I watched the rerun of the last week's meeting. Everybody said that this man had an engineering license. Everybody thought he was an engineer. All right? And Ms. Davis, on April 17th, said he was a licensed engineer and told the audience and on TV. I watched the rerun. Everybody looked. April 17th, 12 minutes into the meeting. First thing I missed, she attacks Mr. Obert and says that this gentleman has a license. He's a licensed engineer, and we just hired him at $92,000. Facts speak for themselves. It's irresponsible what's going on here. And if you guys are going to, I am not going to approve that bill run because it wasn't brought to our attention, and I am not putting my name on it.
Through the chair.
Mr. Monahan.
Mr. Britton, was that piece of equipment needed immediately?
No.
I asked.
It was on our capital plan,
Mr.
John.
Mobley,
Mr. Britton, answer the question.
Mr. Britton.
In my opinion, yes, it was as an initial part of an overall process of improving the plant and performing maintenance
But was
to
the
ensure
other-
the reliable operation of the plant.
Was the other part, was it defective? Did you need it immediately?
Yes, it was.
Mr. Sacco, can he do that?
Yes,
If it's an
under the bidding
emergency?
requirements. Well, we don't even need to get into the emergency part of it. Under the bidding requirements, if an item is over $4,000 but less than $10,000, the requirement is to go out and get 3 written proposals and then go with the lowest proposal. If that wasn't followed in this situation, then we've got to address that in the future. If it is an item that is over $4,000 and less than $10,000, whether that's $9,999 or $4,001, you're to get 3 written proposals, and then go with the lowest written proposal. Okay? What Mr. Barbagallo indicated is that what they looked at is if there were a number of bids that were issued to one particular contractor where it was $9,990, $9,880. This is just one particular award. The other thing to emphasize is, and I understand what you're trying to accomplish with your motion, if an item's budgeted, the procedure has to be followed. So it wouldn't come back before you. Let's say you budget for a pump, and that pump is $4,050, and the pump is ordered. It wouldn't come back before you until you see it on the bill run. What Mr. Mobley, I think, is indicating is even if it is budgeted, if the item is going to be over $4,000, he wants it to be brought before council so that when you see it, it's not now on the bill run, the equipment's already been ordered. What are you going to say? We're not going to pay it. I mean, so, but let's just reiterate, there was nothing done here, it seems, that was inconsistent with the state bidding requirements.
If that part was for him to continue with the operation of that plant, don't you think he should have gone that?
Well, yes. I mean, if the other issue is that it had to be done right away, then
right. I mean, I understand he has to have 3 bids.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that.
But if that is the situation, if it's still an emergency situation, you're still, it'd be prudent and required to go out and still get the written quotes.
I understand all that.
But again, it doesn't appear anything was done inconsistent with state bidding requirements.
If I may, Mr. Mobley and council, from now on, I will bring everything over $4,000 to the council in a meeting to request approval to purchase, no matter what the delay.
Mr. Britton, you should do that.
Yes.
But in case of an emergency, sometime you have to go over that.
And Mr. Britton, I don't necessarily agree with you bringing everything to us. We are not expertise. We are not experts. That is why we hire you. Mr. Mobley's not an expert in
Excuse me. You don't speak for me, please.
I'm sorry. I personally am not an expert in all these different fields of engineering, police work, attorney work. That is why we hire you guys. That is why we look to you for your advice. In our packet, if you feel that you need to send us and you want to do that, you do that.
Yeah.
But you're not doing anything unethical. I also like to say another thing. You're all going to have different ways of skinning a cat. And you might be one engineer here, I might be an engineer here, and you might have two different solutions. Engineers are the wrong word to use here. It doesn't mean you have to be angry and fight and accuse people of being immoral. Because it's not that way. You go to him. Mr. Mobley, if he had a problem, should have gone to him and met with him about it.
Through the chair.
And not bringing it up here publicly.
Look.
In the last two sewer liaison meetings, Mr. Mobley,
I have the floor, please.
No, you
No,
don't
I
have
have
the
the
floor.
floor.
Go ahead, Mr. Britton.
in the last two sewer liaison meetings, I mentioned the agenda items,
Right. I have a copy.
and most recently mentioned the revised format to include purchases in our meeting more clearly than I have in the past when we were talking about things in terms of not just old business or new business, but in terms of the collection, conveyance, and treatment system. Instead of having them within each section, I brought it out so it's very clear, so that in the future, all these issues will be discussed with the sewer liaisons as have been directed, as well as the managing director.
Through the chair.
Go ahead, Rick.
Just for the record, in light of this problem with the pump, I did ask Mr. Britton that he does have a monthly meeting with us as sewer liaisons, and he gives us a breakdown, a review of what he's doing for the month, what he would like to see done for the following month, and for the year. And I asked him, in light of this, that any project that he proposes to do in the upcoming month, if he expects that project to be over $5,000, to please give us an idea, not an exact figure, but at least let us be aware of that. So that way, council, they may feel that they want to find money to do something that may be more important. It's something that he can't do. And I asked him to do that. And I did tell you about this, Don. So everything that you're saying, I mean, this could be handled a better way, I think.